Okay, so today we're gonna be looking at something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Um, it's this whole thing that's been going around online about Elon Musk and this hand gesture he made.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
yeah. I think I saw that.
yeah, so we found this YouTube video that kind of breaks it down,
Okay.
and it goes through the whole timeline of events and reactions and everything as a
Interesting.
transcript, though.
Gotcha.
So basically, Musk was at this event, right? It was a post-inauguration event for Trump,
Right?
and during a speech, he makes this gesture.
Okay.
Hand on his chest, right arm extended.
Hmm.
And like right away, people on social media are comparing it to a fascist salute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how fast that all blew up.
Yeah, it's amazing how just one gesture can spark this kind of huge debate.
I know, right?
Like the video points out this whole thing about how visuals can be so powerful.
Yeah, and how easily things can get misinterpreted.
Exact.
And then you have PBS jumping into all this.
Yeah.
They tweeted about it and said that Musk appeared to be making a fascist salute.
Appeared to be.
Yeah, they were super careful about how they worded it.
Mm.
The video even points out how they didn't just come out and say it was a Nazi salute.
Right.
They mentioned that it looked like salutes used at Nazi rallies, but they stopped there.
Interesting. So they were trying to be objective about it.
Yeah, it seems like they were really trying to walk this line.
That's smart. With something this sensitive,
Yeah,
I mean, that kind of careful wording, it's really important.
totally.
It lets them point out the visual similarity without actually accusing Musk of anything.
Right, they're just reporting what they saw.
Yeah, but it seems like that nuance was lost on some people.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because then you have Marjorie Taylor Greene coming into the picture,
Uh,
and she did not like PBS's tweet at all. The transcript says that she was furious.
wow.
And get this, she even threatened to pull PBS's funding.
Seriously.
Yeah, because she's the chairwoman of the Oversight Subcommittee.
Oh,
And she basically accused them of lying and spreading propaganda to help the Democrats and attack Republicans.
wow. That's a strong reaction.
Yeah, it is. And it really brings up this whole issue of how media outlets are treated, especially ones that are publicly funded.
It's true, because they have to answer to the government in a way.
Exactly. And Greene's reaction just highlights how much power the government can have over what the press can say.
It's like the video says, it's this tension between freedom of speech and the consequences of speaking out.
Yeah, even if you're being careful about what you say.
Exactly.
And that's where things get really interesting for me.
Okay.
Because the YouTube video raises this really thought-provoking question.
What's that?
It asks, where were all the free speech absolutists when this was happening?
Hmm.
Like, where was the outrage when a government official threatened to defund a broadcaster over a tweet?
Interesting.
They're always so vocal when private companies try to label content or fact-check things.
Oh, yeah, you always hear them complaining about censorship.
Right. But the First Amendment doesn't even apply to private companies.
That's true. It's more about government restrictions on speech.
Exactly. So the video is pointing out this weird inconsistency in how people react to threats to free speech.
I see what you mean.
It's like people are much quicker to jump on private companies than they are to criticize the government.
Yeah, it's almost like the government gets a free pass sometimes.
Yeah, and the video seems to be suggesting that silence speaks volumes.
It's a really good point.
So just to recap, we have Musk's gesture, the comparisons that popped up online, PBS's careful reporting, and then Greene's reaction and her threat to pull funding.
Right.
And the video really highlights this contrast in how people react depending on whether the threat to free speech is coming from a private company or from the government.
Yeah, it's like the source is saying that we need to be paying attention to both.
Exactly.
And it makes you think about, the responsibilities of media outlets, especially when they're reporting on sensitive events.
Yeah. And how much power the government really has to influence what gets reported.
It's a complicated situation for sure.
It really is.
Like the different reactions to this whole thing just show how complex the media landscape is these days.
It's true. So for everyone listening, think about everything that happened.
Okay.
You have the gesture, the reporting, and then the reaction from a government official.
Right.
And considering what the video says about how people respond differently to different types of threats to free speech, what do you think this whole incident says about the world we're living in and how we react to things?
It's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today.
Great talking with you.
Likewise. Thanks for listening, everyone.